get started, I'm going to tap into week 17. So as you guys noticed, we did not put up a video last week. That is my fault. I am doing all the editing and recording with content, you guys, and honestly, I suck at it. We lost half of last week's content, just a technical error. So we don't have week 17, and it was so good, so I'm disappointed about that. But we will re-record the content for you guys. It was the 10 items to get from the grocery store.
Yes. Yeah.
Based on what these girls like. So we'll re-record that for you guys. So week 17's gone, but we're here week 18. Yep. The girls are here. T just went on a trip to San Francisco with her friends. Super fun. T had a great time. Heather is fun. Too much fun. Heather's living mom life. So girls, let's just go ahead and jump on the scale. We can talk about our weeks, and then we have a very special guest here today. We're doing things a little bit differently, so somebody special is going to sit with them, and then we're going to be cooking something up. So, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, who's up first?
You go first.
Okay. Heather, jump on up there.
I don't want to go on.
Heather's at 149.6. Awesome. T, where you at?
We shall see. Like I said, I had a lot of fun.
207. All right, T. So girls, we're still in the same place. I am not going to stress too much about where the scale is at. Like I said, we have a special guest here today. We are going to be talking about self-awareness, personal accountability today, and for those of you out there struggling with weight loss, the phases of weight loss. But before we do you guys want to talk a little bit about your weeks?
I feel like my weight, I did lose like almost half a pound, but so I think I'm like slowly losing it, or almost like plateauing, if you will, but I think because I'm not working, I'm eating good still, like I maintain my eating pretty much, like I might like have like a couple, things I shouldn't eat here and there sometimes, but my eating is staying pretty consistent, but I'm just not working out as much as I need to. So I know I was able to like shred the weight off pretty fast with just my eating, and I was only working out like a couple times with you. And now I feel like I need to hit the gym a little bit more to shred some more.
Yeah, so I'm glad you recognize that, and that's a big deal. Is, again, we're going to talk about accountability and personal accountability. A lot of people think that it's about somebody telling you what to do, but the truth is that you don't build self-accountability that way. It has to come from you. So regardless if Heather has the resources or not, she's got to want it for herself. That's how people are successful without a trainer, without a program, without a meal plan, all those things. T?
I obviously went up a little bit. I think it was point something from last time, but I know you didn't see last week's weigh-in, but I feel like it's a pound more than that. But I also did go on vacation, and even though I also did try to work out, because I feel like I knew I was not eating good, so I wanted to burn extra calories. But yeah, I feel like I don't regret my time. I had a lot of fun, but I know I'm going to work extra hard this next week to have bigger results.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what T is not telling you guys, we had a very rough conversation before we recorded today. And it was a great conversation, but I want Tiffany not so much to focus on the scale right now. I want her to focus on her victory. So T, like when you walked in today, talk about the victories.
I don't know.
Talk about the victories of your travel.
Is.
What did you walk in so excited to tell me? What did you do on your trip?
I worked out.
Okay, how many times?
Twice.
Okay, and what else did you do?
I asked you for a better workout because I feel like I know what to do, but sometimes I like what I worked out by myself one day, and then the next day I asked you for something because I just wanted like kind of a more intense workout, because I can do cardio by myself, and I literally was sweating so much more than I was the day before.
And I'm super proud of you for reaching out to me and taking accountability.
Yes. So that's a win.
What are the other wins? Walking a lot?
Oh yeah, I did walk a lot. So like my steps were definitely a lot more than normal, just because it's San Francisco and you can walk everywhere. So that's a win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there's a big chunk of today that's about tough love. And the reason being is that these girls are at a very transitional point where it's no longer about me telling them exactly what to do. It's them actually having to make the choices themselves. And that is what makes or breaks weight loss success, and success in life in general, you guys. It's not about somebody telling you constantly what to do. It's at some point you have to make a decision to continue to make the choices to level up. So without further ado, I'm going to be bringing in a very special guest. You guys know him all too well, to talk to these girls about his own success and some of the things that he's used as motivation along the way.
What is up? I am here, guys, joining the Torres Sisters.
Look who's here, ladies.
Kristen told me that it's a cooking video, so you know I have to show up. I don't show up for the workout videos.
Oh, thanks for coming, Mookie. So what are you guys cooking today?
We're gonna do a chicken stir fry because it's really yummy, and you can choose if you want. If you can have rice, if you're trying to bulk up,
or some cauliflower rice for us low carb people.
Not low carb, just slow.
So, guys, we've got Mookie here. Mookie's gonna help you guys cook. He's gonna give us some tips along the way. But Mookie, update us on you, buddy. How have you been?
I've been good. So I don't know, for the people that haven't been following, I'm down to 281. So that's 100.
To me.
169 pounds so far. So we're just trying to keep it going, and I feel like I'm at that similar point as the Torres sisters, because like for me, I was so obese that like I was losing weight really fast in the beginning, just because like I think I just had so much water and liquid and just stuff that needed to get out. But I've hit, like, I understand like hitting plateaus and, you know, being stuck at a weight for maybe a week or 2 weeks. But the biggest thing that like I tell them, and like that Kristen and Kevin, we all talk about, it's like consistency and like falling in love with the process. So that's like a big part of it, and that's like a thing that a lot about today's video is about, like, you know, discipline, and talking about like how a lot in the beginning of my journey, I used to hate working out by myself. Like I would always need a friend, whether it was Kevin or whoever, to just come join me for a workout. I didn't have like that motivation in myself to just get out there. So now that's a big change for me, and I'm super motivated to always go to the gym and kill it and get after it. And that's kind of something that Kristen's been preaching to Tiffany and Heather. So that's like a big thing we want to talk about, and that you guys should be implementing too. Like, as much as it's great to have a trainer and have friends, like, you want to really rely on yourself and be able to push yourself to get the work done. All right, so Tiffany's over here putting in work, cutting the chicken. So what are you guys seasoning this with?
I just honestly picked out a few things from the cabinet,
Yeah.
because I feel like that's how I like to cook. You know, just find a couple ones. I feel like you'll be surprised what you have in your cabinet or what your parents have, that you're like, oh, this looks good. I'll try it out. So, and then there's a couple peppers in there too. And those are always usually super low in calories. And Mookie was actually just telling us spices are a great thing to cook with. They usually have no calories or low sodium. And if there is extra sodium, just have a little more water. But we also Kristen also showed us this trick. Is she bought about 6 pounds, right? 5.99.
That's the price. So
Just kidding. 1.5.
Yeah.
Exactly 1.5. So we know if we're eating in 4 ounces, we can divide this up into 6 different meals. Yeah. So we'll have enough for all of us and 2 for tomorrow.
A lot of people don't understand, like, these weight loss journeys. It's like a lot, and it's like the people, for, you know, Heather and Tiffany, it's just like, I honestly get what they're going through, and it's like I have like a high level of respect for them, because putting yourself out there, putting like your weight on weekly, it's a lot. And like that's some advice like I'd give you guys, if like you have an Instagram or you want to start your YouTube, holding yourself accountable is a big thing. So this is kind of something challenge I had for Tiffany and Heather, because I know a big thing has been like they kind of rely on Kristen for their workouts, and I'm not hating, because I was the same way with Kevin in the beginning. I was really dependent, and that's who I needed him to help push me in the gym to get the workouts done. So I said, post on your Instagram. This is the first time hearing it, but I was like, they should post on their Instagram 3 workouts in the week, whatever it is, if it's they go on a jog or if it's like whatever. So it's kind of just a way to hold themselves accountable. You guys all out there can do the same thing on your Instagrams. Post your workouts and put it kind of into the universe that you're doing this, and it's like you're committed to this journey. So how has the weight loss been? Has it been like kind of, you feel like it's
definitely
plateauing?
been stagnant. That's the right word, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely stayed the same. I didn't feel like this earlier. We had a long talk, but
Yeah.
I think it's definitely going to be going more into accountability. So,
What type of accountability though?
more like doing it for yourself, not for others, or just, doing it because you can do it. Like, there's people out there that can't work out at all or don't have time, so you got to do it because you can, and you're the only one stopping yourself from going forward. Right? Yeah.
I think like another important thing is like we're all on different journeys, right? So like someone like me who's 450 pounds, I had a lot more immediate health risks, and like the way, and like Tiffany's journey is going to be different than what Heather is doing. So it's like someone, for instance, like Heather, she's like reached her goal. She's one of her goals, which was get to her pre-baby weight, and that was like a big accomplishment. So it's like now it's like when you guys reach your goal, you have to kind of determine what's that next level that I want to take. Is like, am I happy with where I'm at, or do I want to like push the envelope and like go to a place that I thought I couldn't be. So like for someone like Heather, maybe it's like, man, I never thought I could get to maybe 135, 140, or not even like looking at the numbers, but like workouts. I never thought I could do the hill and run it for the whole entire 4 miles. So I always say like find personal challenges, and like that's kind of been a big thing for me, is that pushing me is I'm like, man, I want to see what my body can do and how far I can take it, and that's like a big motivator for I think it should be for anyone. It's like how much can we do in this life, and how much can we push the human body. Alright guys, so the meal is cooking. Tiffany has the chicken pretty much almost ready for the stir fry and the vegetables. So she's going to throw that in there, and then we have some microwavable rice as well.
I'm gonna just throw
And
this down.
Heather is going to throw that into the microwave, wherever the microwave is.
We're gonna judge our time. Can I put this in the chicken?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just gonna-
Also, I burned this.
But like, I love these cooking videos, even when I do them for myself, because I'm always like dropping stuff and like making mistakes and just doing things on the whim, because that's what I love about what like Kristen's doing with this weight loss journey, and that what Kevin and I always try to keep it raw, keep it authentic. This is like literally Kristen had chicken in her fridge and the stir fry, and we're just putting this meal together. So it's like, this is kind of stuff that you guys need to do, not find excuses, and like cook at home. That's the biggest thing. Heather, I know, is super good at cooking her meals, and you've telling me about your little zucchini boats earlier.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's-
I feel like so I'm good with like eating, like, but I feel like my struggle now, because I've like lost my baby weight, not in a sense that I'm like, okay, cool, like I lost my baby weight, so I'm like over it, but like a little bit kind of, I feel like I'm like that, just because, I mean, I'm super like excited like how far I've come, because like how much weight I gained. Like I literally was like as heavy as I was when I was like 9 months pregnant, and
Yeah.
like, you know, like and I'm a little person, so that's like a lot of freaking weight. And so like, you know, like it made me like really like sad and depressed and stuff, and like I didn't want to be like that. So for me to get where I am now is like, I feel like it's such a huge like accomplishment for myself, because I honestly, as big as I was, and just in my mind, like I did not think that I was ever going to be able to like be like that.
Yeah.
And now I am, and so like I'm so happy, and I've been able to like maintain my weight without working out as much. And now I feel like the struggle for me is going to push myself and hold myself accountable to go and do those workouts, because now like it's like it gets hard like during the week, you know, like I'm gone, you know, so either like
Yeah.
if I go work out in the morning, or if I don't work out in the morning, I have to like work out after, and then like I'm already gone, you know, like 9 hours a day, and then I know like they say working out just like 20 minutes, but for me, I feel like it's really hard for me to put it in my mind like, oh, just put 20 minutes to myself, because I feel like I'm like ditching my daughter again. So I feel like a struggle for me is like feeling guilty of leaving my daughter for so long, you know? And
Yeah.
so I feel like that's like my biggest struggle right now, even though I know I could like take her with me, but like the weather, it's been like windy and rainy, and she's been sick, so I don't want to take her out. So
No, it's like, and honestly, like this is like a big thing that I think is like super cool, is like how Heather was saying, she's maintaining her weight loss, and that's like a big thing that even with me is like, I don't want to lose this weight and then gain it back. And I think that's like the same thing with Tiffany and Heather and anybody that loses weight. It's like you always hear about the Biggest Loser and all these other programs where people will suddenly blow back up, and that's why it's like what we were talking about off camera with even Heather and Tiffany is like, you do this journey, and then you'll build these like good habits that like you could take away from and implement, and then eventually like you build enough habits that it becomes a lifestyle. And that's kind of like I was even saying, like, I used to be, one of my old habits was eating crazy amount of McDonald's. So it's like, even to think like I will never do that again, and so you gotta keep improving. And that's like I loved hearing that, like, just off of nutrition, she's able to maintain her weight. So it's like, imagine whatever like next level that she wants to get to. It's like she knows like what she needs to do, type of thing. And like that's kind of like eventually what I think all of us want to get. Like, you know, we want to be able to, you know, hit that goal and then like keep pushing forward and growing.
So here we have family style stir fry. Veggies, I like to have a little extra just because, you know, it's you can really have as many as you want because they're really low in, I think, calories and fat. They're just very, and they fill you up, and they have all the vitamins and good stuff for you.
And the protein size of our fist.
Awesome.
Here you go, Tiffany.
Thank you.
But yes, and then we have two types of, well, cauliflower, so rice, so it's like low carb and much healthier, and then regular white rice. People get so scared of white rice, but it's like, yeah, if you eat a bunch of it and don't work out, but like carbs is energy. So I always look at it as if if I'm gonna have white rice, I'm gonna go work out. So use your food.
Food is fuel.
Yep. And cauliflower is just more veggies for you. Yeah. Right?
The food looks so good. These guys did a great job with preparing their protein, cooking their vegetables, using rice, using an alternative with the cauliflower rice. Mookie, awesome job with the motivation today. So I want to take the time to recap on some of the things that we touched on in today's video, because as you all know, there's a lot of tough love that goes on that you guys don't get a chance to see. You guys see a very small portion of the actual process. So the takeaways from today is, one, you gotta level up. And what that means is, if you've reached a certain mark, there's a mark beyond that you gotta strive for. And that's really because you guys get one chance. We get one life. And if you're not living the life that you wanna live, it's on you. It's on you to take that next step, to get to that next opportunity, to get to that next thing that you're going after, whether it's in weight loss, whether it's in fitness, health, training, business, relationships, whatever it is, level up. The second thing is self-awareness and self-accountability. And that is truly where the Torres Sisters are at. They've done a phenomenal job over the last 16 weeks and 18 now, getting to where they've gotten, making huge results. But as Mookie can attest to, there comes a point in time, and me as a coach, we deal with this all the time, where you guys got to start to want it for yourself. Mm-hmm. All the resources, all the tools are in place, but now it's on you to actually use them, right?
Sure. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there comes a point in time. So I'm sad that we didn't get some of the conversations that we had in there earlier, because T, I'm gonna pick on you for a second.
Okay.
You know, in a lot of ways, Tiffany feels like when she's not making her weight, she's letting me down. Truth is that I'm proud of Tiffany no matter what. As Tiffany's coach, every single day I'm proud of Tiffany, because she's really putting a lot of work to get where she's at. The fact that she's lost damn near 40 pounds already is massive for her. I am proud of her regardless. But the truth is, Tiffany's got to not want to let herself down. And that's for all of you guys out there that have a weight loss journey or on any kind of a journey. It's not about anybody else but yourself. So if you can't want it for you, you're going to struggle. And that's the point that you have to get to.
Yeah.
All right. So T, what are you going to be doing to help do it for yourself now?
I think I'm just a little bit more motivated. So extra workouts and extra clean eating to really see the results I want to see.
But how? How are you going to do that? It goes back to what Mookie's been saying.
Okay.
As I keep eating.
I don't know, like just keep being consistent.
Yeah. Using her resources, but also challenging herself to go do it. They have a gym available to them. They've got programs. They've got everything they need. Now she's got to take the step to go do it for herself.
Yes.
And the same thing for Heather. So there's always going to be a point in time in your guys' journey where you'll have accountability, but you need to be able to step away from it and do it for yourself.
And so many times people are like, oh, can I get this program, or like what diet you're on, and they want a magic formula on like how it's done. At the end of the day, it's just like we all know like a basic what we can do to burn some calories, and it's movement. It's simple. Like you can, no matter how you do it, you can look up any other YouTube video, you can see anything, you can see the workouts Kristen's done with them. Like Kevin has so many documented workouts of us, so it's like there's literally no excuse on like what I should do. There's like countless things you can do. So just the difference between somebody who has success versus someone that doesn't is the person with success does it. So
it's taking ownership for your own action and all of it. And the truth is, you guys, the root of taking ownership for your own action, because you are always going to have a gazillion reasons why not. It's going to be all the reasons why you can. And it comes down to gratitude for simply being able to move. The fact that you can get up and go do what you want to do in fitness, in the gym, should be reason enough. So when you sit there and you're struggling to see results, make a list of all the reasons why not, and ask yourself, are you taking ownership for those reasons? And if you're not, take ownership. Stop looking for the program. Stop looking for the coaches. Use that as a guideline, but you've got to be the person to put in the work. You've got to be the one to do it when no one's around. So, like I said, we didn't get the tough love on camera today, and I wish we would, because there's a lot of great things said, but girls, it's time to level up.
Yes.
T, it's time to do it for you.
Yes.
Right? I don't think we knew that T wasn't really doing it for her until today. So if T takes away anything in week 18, I want her to take away the fact that she's got to change to doing it for herself. I will always be here.
Yeah.
I am proud of her regardless. We all are. Everybody on YouTube should be. But she's got to start to be proud of herself. She's got to start to put in the work for herself. And that's a huge turning point for her. So regardless, I don't care what the scale says. I care that she takes action, takes ownership now. Guys, T, you know your next landmark, 200.
Okay.
We have another landmark beyond that now, T, 175.
Okay.
She's almost there. Guys, she needs your support, just like you guys need everybody else's support. Make sure you guys are positive in the comments. Help T out. Heather,
Yeah.
time for you to level up, sister.
I know.
Miss Comfortable Pre-Baby Weight. So I challenged Heather to look at her life overall and ask herself if she's happy. You know, you might be happy with what the scale says right now, but 5 years, 10 years, a year down the road, are you going to be happy that this is where you're at? So I want you to take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I cool with this? Am I good with this? And you guys all need to do that. If you're at a weight loss plateau or you've reached a point where like, I'm cool, ask yourself if you're really good with it. All right?
Okay.
Mookie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I have a goal too. I want to be 278 next week, so
All right. Absolutely.
30 pounds.
Absolutely, guys. Life is short. Go after anything and everything you guys want. Seriously, you get one chance, and it's on you to make it happen. All right, so before we sign off, week 18, ladies, you know the drill.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And turn on your post notifications.
And check out rarebreedlife.com.
Oh, yes.
They just dropped a bunch of new merch. You guys will drop the code in there for a discount for all of you.
Mookie 20. Use Mookie 20.
You can use Mookie 20. I'll throw Mookie 20 on
There
this
we
video.
go. Or YouTube 20. It doesn't matter. As long as I buy merch.
Buy merch, rarebreedlife.com. Join the movement, you guys. Until next week, thank you.